All right, I think we are good. Trying a new thing. If I see people in chat, I'll know we're good. I think we're good. Here, let me make this full screen right in here. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, we're live. Sweet. Oh, I just realized. Oh no, I've done a very weird thing. Okay, actually, I can fix this. You guys are gonna see double here for a second. Ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it. No, why are you going small like that? All right, give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna be doing this. All right, there we go. All right, we're good. All right, guys. So, make or break? Not really make or break. Well, I mean, it's important. It's really important. Obviously, it's really important. So we are going to be looking at this, obviously, and we're gonna be reading this. Now, this is from Christopher Bear. Obviously, it literally just launched, so I haven't looked at it at all. Let me make. Can you guys see? There's no. Actually, I can like minimize that real quick. Yeah. Okay. So everything's good. Oh man. Okay. I'm excited for this. So let's just go ahead. So Christopher Barrett, head of the live team. Let's read it. Share your opinions there. You can see him on screen there. I'm really good at directions down there. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Game director Christopher Barrett. Hey everyone. At the end of last year, I made a promise that I would update you on our plans for Destiny 2. The team has been hard at work and we are ready to share where we are headed. We used to wait to talk about game updates until we were certain we could meet our deadlines to avoid letting players down if we changed our plans. No longer, we're not just listening, we are doing. I like that line. That's a good line. That should be Bungie's motto, by the way. Please keep in mind that the further out we make promises, the more they are subject to change. With that caveat, here are our plans. Destiny content categories. Oh, what the hell is this? Okay. I'm excited. I like that graphic, but we're gonna be checking it out. A second, here we go. Don't you quote hard at work. You can say what you want about Bungie's mistakes. Toxic. They are absolutely hard at work. Like, come on. You can't. There's pop shots you can take, but if you take the wrong ones, you just hurt the real argument. So I get the frustration, but try to focus it on things that actually like matter and that are kind of more true. Let's read this though. Destiny content categories. One thing we want is to set clear expectations for which categories of content, that's worded really weirdly, are available to everyone each season and which are exclusive to Destiny 2 expansions. Expansions are purchasable updates that typically add new story, destinations, and gear, as well as new Crucible, Strike, and Raid layer content. Seasons introduce content that is made available to all players of Destiny 2 at no additional cost. Great. Setting that there, they can never be hit by that story again. That's good. Let's see. Let's keep going. Scarab Jr., the faction rally in December was delayed for that exact reason, actually. Okay, so let's look at this. Content that was purchased, they laid it out. I like that. I also like, if you guys notice here, Eververse is much shorter than everything else. So let that be a kind of, let this set the tone. I'm very confident that you see here, most of the content is free for everyone. You see like how big it is. They made it the big thing. Expansions add a lot of new content, but that's like kind of like their secondary focus. And the very bottom is Eververse. I hope what is in this reflects that, because that would be good. Let's see, man. Iron Banner faction rallies and their rewards will be available to everyone as part of Season 2. Additionally, going forward, we are making a change that new seasonal rewards from Crucible Strikes and Trials of the Nine will be available to all players. Faction Rallies returns January 16th, that's next week, and Iron Banner will be back in the rotation on January 30th. So, 2 weeks from, so next Tuesday we get Faction Rally. 2 weeks from then, we will get Iron Banner. So that's pretty cool. We recognize that these scales are tipped too far towards Tess at the moment. Good. And Eververse was never intended to be a substitute for endgame content and rewards, so we will be making 3 changes for the upcoming seasons. We're shifting the balance of new content in favor of activity rewards over bright engrams. Whew! This includes adding ghosts, sparrows, and ships to date found only in bright engrams to achievement reward pools. Give me some raid, give me some strike stuff. We'll provide a gameplay path to earn bright engrams and all contained rewards, including event engrams. I think right there, I think that confirms. I think that confirms that you can get everything through gameplay, that nothing will be exclusively Eververse, which is very exciting. We'll keep reading here. We'll give players more direct purchase options and make adjustments to bright engrams to allow players to get the items they want more often. All fantastic changes. This is the last word. Oh, who remembers the gun, the last word? Yeah, it's a good one. Let's see. Let's get some constructive stuff about this. Though all three of those were fantastic changes. We've begun implementing these changes for Crimson Days event beginning February 13th. I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. With even more changes on the way in Season 3. Oh, also February 13th, so 4 weeks from now. So we have Faction Rally, Reward Week, Iron Banner, Crimson Days. So we know what we are doing every single week for the next month. Good. Completing Nightfall, Raid, and Crimson Days milestones during Crimson Days will reward you with an exclusive legendary emote, weapon skin, and exotic sparrow, respectively. So if you do the Nightfall during Crimson Days, you get an exclusive emote. I'm guessing it's going to be the heart holographic one. Maybe not, though, because you think that would be exotic. Let's just keep going. The Raid will give you a weapon skin, so probably one of the ornaments. And, oh, maybe every time you complete them. Oh, no, it's the milestone. So once per character, maybe? We'll see. And if you complete the Crimson Days milestone, you get an exotic sparrow. Fantastic. Nothing's hidden behind Eververse. Players will earn double engrams at level up, 1 Crimson engram and 1 illuminated engram for the duration of the event. Fantastic change. Crimson engrams can also drop from completing the Crimson Days match and from completing the Crimson Days milestone on each character. So that means that every single, let's just say it's Crimson Doubles, because we found that in the code. So let's assume Crimson Doubles is back. Every time you complete one, you have a chance to get Crimson engrams. Fantastic. My only caveat with that, my only complaint, what are the drop rates? I really want to know the drop rates. If it's like 1 in every 100 matches, that's not so hot. If it's 1 in every 10, that's pretty good, especially for doubles. I imagine a doubles game in Destiny 2 would last around 5-7 minutes. So every hour or so, you're earning an additional Crimson engram on top of, you know, gaining XP and leveling up. I think that's a pretty solid thing. Let's see what's everyone's doing here. Happy that they aren't keeping everything behind Eververse. Absolutely toxic. I don't think Zer will ever sell Cold Heart. Yeah, he totally would. It's in the drop pool. It's in the drop pool after December 5th. Every player can get it, so he's going to sell it now. Let's see. See, this is what I wanted for changes. Absolutely Grenade Man, and we're not even 1/4 of the way through it. So let's keep going. Players will earn... Oh, I already read that. Each Crimson engram is very strongly weighted to new rewards when decrypted until all new event items have been obtained. No more duplicate sparrows, no more duplicate ships, no more stupid duplicate shaders. Actually, I'm positive that shaders will still drop, but still, fantastic. You know, if I still am missing the exotic emote for Crimson Days, I don't want 3 of the same ship. So fantastic, great job, Bungie. All of those changes. I'll be playing the hell out of Crimson Days. Me and Ratul will be streaming Crimson Doubles pretty much the entire week, so I'm pretty excited for that. Let me get a drink of water real quick. It's nasty to get out of here, man, with that. Oh, goodness. See, do you guys like the comments on the screen? Oh, what is going on there? I made it too long. Better. Okay. XP rates. We are still investigating changes to XP earn rates. Our goal with any update to XP is transparency and consistent XP gain regardless of your preferred activity. Right now, it's too slow in general and lopsided towards grinding specific activities, which is not a fun grind. Looking at you, public events. And we want to fix that without making those activities low value to players who aren't grinding them. Oh, yeah, excuse me. I read that like it was going to continue, but it didn't. Our first attempt turned out to be an unworkably buggy, so we're having to investigate other angles. We will continue to update you as we move forward. Fantastic. Address it, say they're going to work on it. That's the thing, like, normal Bungie wouldn't tell us that they're working on it, and people would be like, what the hell's going on? So it's good that it's addressed. I wish they would have given us kind of like a, this is what we're looking to do. But for right now, I'll take the Eververse thing. I'll take that. That's a fantastic first step. Honestly, if that's the main change we get here, I'm fine with that, but I expect much more stuff, especially right here. Feature roadmap. That sounds pretty awesome. Oh, I see Masterwork Armor. Spoilers! There are 3 releases that we want to put on your radar right now. Later releases will get more specific dates as they get closer. Obviously, like the next State of Bungie in a month or whatever. The following content and features will be available to all Destiny 2 players regardless of expansion or ownership in the size like 18 font. Get them. Get them. And it's bold. That's pretty awesome. January 30th. So I believe that's the same day Iron Banner goes live. So that's pretty cool. Masterwork Armor. We're expanding the Masterwork system to include armor. Masterwork Armor provides increased damage reduction while using your super, and every golden gun on Earth rejoiced. Holy jeez, that's insane. Okay. You can re-roll the armor stat type on Masterwork Armor, and similar to Masterwork Weapons, you can upgrade a piece of armor to Masterwork by spending Masterwork cores and legendary shards. Start saving your Masterwork cores now. That means that you no longer have to get a specific armor type, like, let's say, I believe the Trial set and the Dawning set, if I'm not mistaken, are the only two recovery-based sets on a Hunter. So a lot of people aren't able to get those. Either they didn't spend money or they don't play Trials. So, and obviously recovery is by far the most useful. So this makes every single armor set in the game useful. It makes it extremely unique. You know, you're going to have a lot more uniqueness in armor sets. People are going to be wearing a hell ton of different stuff. And the increased damage reduction while using your super for things that already have a damage reduction, like hammers and hammers. That's pretty much the main one. I'll be interested to see how much, like, does it affect different supers more? If I'm in Golden Gun, am I going to get a huge damage reduction? But someone who's in Hammers or Sentinel, are they going to get kind of like half damage reduction? I'm really interested in there. Let's see, man. Will Crimson be Crimson Days drop? Oh, that's a good question, Benjamin. It makes sense, but I mean, it's already in the game, so... Grenade Man, hell yes, no more deleting armor because I can't get Masterworks from them. Now you can. Masterwork Armor, yeah, I'm really excited for that. For this. Damage reduction while using supers, wouldn't that be a bit OP in Crucible? I imagine it's going to be very toned down. Sort of like how getting double kills in Crucible, you know, that orb of light that pops out, it's a small one, so you need 16 to fill your super. I guarantee that they have people, you know, like, tuning this. So, maybe there's more below it. Raid Reward Rework. This is what I'm most excited for. I'm a raider. We are updating raid rewards to make them more unique and interesting. They will now feature mods with raid-specific perks. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Dab for the Bungie. And are adjusting the rewards to ensure a raid item drops from each major encounter. The raid vendor will also directly sell Leviathan and Eater of Worlds armor and weapons for purchase with raid tokens and legendary shards. This ghost right here, he's excited. This guy, excited. Pickle Rick, that's gonna get green screened, excited. We're also adding a new ghost with raid-specific perks that has a chance to drop from the Leviathan and Eater of Worlds final encounters. We intend to return to creating more raid and other activity-unique rewards in the future. Give me my strike rewards. Give me my Lost Sector rewards. We're getting the raid rewards, guys. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Strike scoring. Oh, I'm going to dab. I'm going to dab. Where did you see strike scoring? Oh my gosh. Spoilers, chat. Guys, calm down. I'm getting there. Geez, man. Raid exclusive perks. They listen. Oh, I will continue to dab. I will dab wherever I please. No, but raid exclusive perks. Too bad Jay-Z's not here. I know he's being promoted down there, but he's not here. It's a lie. He would love that. I'm very excited for that. I want to see things, more damage to Cabal. I want to see things, more damage to those stupid bathers. I want to see things like, maybe the Scions are easier to kill? We'll see, we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. And notice it's raid rewards. So it makes it sound like raid weapons and armor. Fantastic. So looking forward to that. Maybe something like the Eater of Worlds raid, the armor set makes it so you're harder to kill while holding a skull. Or maybe your skull has like 10 more shots in it if you're wearing the boots or the arms. Increased heavy drop so I don't have to either kill myself, do a heavy run, or do the dubious volley glitch. Those type of things. February update. Probably will launch with the Crimson Days event. Strike scoring and high score tracking. Strike scoring is coming to the Nightfall and replacing the current time limit mechanic. No more time limits to Nightfall. That's really interesting because the entire Nightfall mechanic is built around time. So that's really interesting. The scoring is similar to the Destiny 1 system, but with adjustments to emphasize competitive execution of strike objectives and support for player selectable score modifiers. In February, Nightfall high scores will be exposed in-game via new emblems and will unlock rewards. Whew! We also have plans for clan and community high scores in the works. Give me some clan stuff. Mods 2.0. Work is underway on a full rework of armor and weapon mods. This will focus on reducing redundant mods, more unique theming, and greatly increase their impact on your power. Give me a Dragonfly mod. Firefly, not Dragonfly, I lied. We are aiming for a February release, but the scope of the rework could push parts or all of it out to early spring. That's fine. We will be evaluating how mods play into the Bright Engram economy as a result, because we are sensitive to pay-to-win outcomes. If they are so powerful, if they have ideas that make these mods so powerful that they are afraid they will be pay-to-win if they're in Eververse, like, this is a huge overhaul. This isn't something minor. I think that's one thing that we need to take from this mod system. I know, especially like Ithalian, I think Broman too. They've all been asking for more meaningful mods. Don't get me wrong, I want that, but this right here should be an amazing sign that we're getting super meaningful mods. And Jay-Z might be happy, because if they're that meaningful, it means more random, diversified perk rolls as well. Maybe not like random, but essentially, you can have two guns that are the same thing, but are different. So that's pretty cool. No more time limit mechanics, and how would you get the Rat King? I'm sure they'll make it like get a certain score or something. They're enhancing weapon mods and armor. Heck yeah. Did Destiny finally grow ears? I don't know what that means. Is it me, or is Pickle Rick scary when it's green screened? Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. Look, you can see the words through him. You mean Bungie finally broke free from Activision? I'm sure they still have deadlines and stuff. They'll just have to meet them other way. Every armor should have specific perks or more perks. I'm sure they're working on it, Jose. The cranium is a Vex skull. That's what I think I said that. It's a cranium, not a skull. Loser. Have you not had an AMP class, Scarrow Jr.? Really? How are you supposed to take the title of being my son if you've never had an anatomy and physiology course? Come on, brah. I have to say, I'm still about to delete Destiny 2. Well, I mean, that sucks, but if it's not for you, it's not for you. But this is amazing. I'm happy with all this. Cranium is a scientific word, guys. Get in your head. It's a freaking skull. Are they going to make normal legendary armor useful as well? That's what that is. That's what that is. Pay to win. No, they're saying they're not doing pay to win. Reduce exotic duplicates. Oh, you gotta stop reading ahead, man. Quick play improvements. We're adjusting game mode rules to increase the pace of gameplay and power ammo acquisition in quick play. I don't care about that. In freaking, here's one thing. In Countdown, there should not be 2 power boxes, and they should not spawn twice per match. Get rid of that. So hopefully we'll see something down there. PC tower chat. I don't care about PC, but they're adding it. That's cool. Exotic repetition reduction. This will prevent players from receiving the same exotic twice in a row. You may still receive duplicates, just not consecutively. So I can see myself right now. I save up 10 engrams. Celestial Nighthawk, Bow Tracer. Celestial Nighthawk, Bow Tracer. Just alternating now. Fire team members on destination map. You will finally be able to see other members of your fire team in the destination map. No more having to ask your fire team where they went when they fast travel to another landing zone. Another quick dab. That was a really... Dabs look terrible when you see them from that angle. Boom. That looked a lot better. You're a cereal bar, man. You spelled "your" wrong. Ha! You mean man's not hot? Oh, here we go. I think it's time for a rebrand. Hey, Callan's in my original brand. If you... Hey, hit me up, man. Twitters. You might have my email. Just hit me up. We'll talk about it. Maybe. Spring 2018. This is going to be Season 3. We're taking the time we need in development for Expansion 2, and that will allow us to react to player feedback in Curse of Osiris. In the coming months, we'll talk to you more about what you can expect to find in Destiny 2's next story. The team is eager to show you what they've been working on. Independent of Expansion 2, so meaning, you know, different teams working on it. Oh, it's shady there. Sorry for the fuzzy, but I'm reading this. The team will deliver a number of new features that will be released before or during Season 3. Every player of Destiny 2 will receive new content in the following categories. I don't know what emblem that is, but that's sick. That is a sick emblem. Look at that. Crucible, Crucible. We want to give players new reason to play, more variety, and balance improvements. Spring will bring a number of new, exciting, and long-awaited features in the Crucible. I know there wasn't the word new there, but I can add words if I want. Crucible rank. Beginning with Season 3. Look at that! That's awesome. Beginning with Season 3, we will introduce seasonal Crucible ranks. There will be 2 different ranks for players to pursue. Valor, a progression rank that goes up as you complete matches. Winning helps you move faster, but there is no loss penalty. And Glory, a progression rank that goes up when you win and down when you lose. It's ELO. Performance is how you move up here. OG Master Retool. Freaking rejoice, man. We're hitting top glory. Did I read that right? A chat room for the tower. As a PC guy and a new Destiny player, I was so confused by the lack of text chat. Yes, Spielman's hers. I butchered your name, but yes, you are getting that. That's awesome. I will not stop dabbing, damn it. I got 8 stags in a row. Send me a clip of that, because that will go in my next video if you recorded that. Or make only 1 power ammo box. Oh, I was talking about countdown. Yeah, absolutely. Same thing. Sing the national anthem, Brodus. Why would we do that? We got so much stuff here. Private matches. Oh, buddy! Private matches are coming to all players in Destiny 2. Players will be able to invite their friends to play on the map and the mode of their choosing. So let's see what kind of stuff we got. You can not revive yourself. You can have different lives. Pretty standard here. It's got 5 lives. I don't know what that. Maybe 50 score to win. It's survival. That'd be like 50 rounds? That seems pretty insane. I guess we'll see. Oh, no? Yeah. Huh. Interesting. 6v6 playlist. We're bringing 6v6 PvP to Destiny 2 in addition to the current 4v4 game modes. Boom. Mayhem event. Mayhem will return as a limited time event during Season 3 and going forward. So now we have like a second Iron Banner. Additional fixes, we're making some changes to make quitting less common and behind-the-scenes security improvements to help improve the overall Crucible experience. Means if you leave, you're gonna get smacked. Additional highlights. Weapon and ability balance pass sandbox adjustments based on player feedback and data from the live game. The sandbox team will share specific changes as we lead up to Season 3. Remember, that's still like 2 or 3 months away. Spring starts in April, I think. So yeah, April, May-ish. I would look for that. What do we... Will all this stuff come with the next update, or will they come out when they do? Okay, so if you go back and watch, each one's broken down. So the first bit was January 30th, I think. Second bit was February update with Crimson Days. Third update, this is spring right now. We're currently in April or May. Exotic weapon and armor balance pass. Exotic weapons and armor are receiving a comprehensive design pass to ensure they stand out from the rest of the gear and offer new, exciting, powerful ways to play. Jade Rabbit, get out of here! I don't care. It's bad. If my purpose and my Mananan can outshoot you while you're using a Jade Rabbit, it doesn't deserve to be an exotic. Redesign it. Seasonal reputation. Specific vendors will now display a seasonal ranking. Boom. Earning reputation will unlock unique seasonal rewards. Guys, we're getting seasonal exotics. Maybe legendaries, but we're getting seasonal something. Boom. I'm excited with that. Improved Iron Banner and faction rallies. In addition to the changes that you will see when Iron Banner and faction rallies return this month, we will continue iterating on these to make them unique, exciting experiences that you all look forward to. New ornament sets each month. Playlist and weapons. Playlist repetition reduction. This feature solves the problem of experiencing the same playlist entry multiple times in consecutive or frequent succession for both Crucible and Strikes. Strikes no more like Savathun song. I love the Strike, but 4 times in a row it gets a little bit, you know. So I agree with that. Endgame player pursuits. We agree with your feedback on the imbalance between achievement and bright engram rewards, and we will be making adjustments to shift more of the rewards into specific endgame pursuits instead of generic XP grinding for bright engrams. We are excited to share the details as soon as we have them worked out. Hey, they're fixing it now. They're fixing it even more later. Good job. Multi-emote. When multi-emote launches, you will be able to choose which emote you have equipped on each of your 4 emote slots. Not as good as an emote wheel, but better. Vault space. We are targeting an additional 50 slots to players' vaults. You don't believe just adding more space is a complete solution. Oh, we don't. And we are actively working on other changes to reduce your load of your vault space. Give us collections back. Make it one freaking thing. Come on. 3 different things like it used to be. Weapons, armors, consumables, additional slots. Most importantly, give us collections. I should not have to keep my ships. I should not have to keep sparrows or ghost shells are all right. I understand that one. I should not have to keep emblem. You don't have to keep emblems. Yeah, that pretty much works. Those 2 are good. Maybe. We're adding an exotic accessory tab to Vault Collection, so you will no longer need to spend vault space on exotic ships, sparrows, and ghosts. Oh, well, good thing I read that before I did that thing that I just did. PC Clan Chat. In addition to Tower Chat that is targeted for February, we're planning on adding Clan Chat to the PC version of the game. Good. Heroic Strike changes. We'll be introducing modifiers to add more gameplay variety to the experience. I love it. Don't know why it wasn't there in the first place, but we're getting it. I like 4v4, but they bring back 6v6, so no, I can handle that. Well, you can play either one, so that's fine. Oh, is someone... I want to see this one. Oh, seasonal boobies. Great. Very, very, very constructive. How do I hide this again? YouTube! Fall 2018, aka year 2. Please don't make... No, year 2 is not until not until September. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I'm an idiot. Atheon's here. Yes. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going. Fall 2018 or sooner. Oh. I see what you were saying now. Yeah, so year 2. Sorry for falsely correcting you, because I was wrong. We are working on a lot more that we're not quite ready yet to discuss. Expect more on this small sample of items in the future. Item collections and records. I just said that. Weapon slot and archetype improvements. Weapon slot improvements. Interesting. Additional Crucible playlists. Rumble. Better clan rewards. Good. Masterwork exotics. Pinnacle weapon and gear improvement. Okay. Trials of the Night improvements. Countdown. Shaders and dismantling. Why is it gonna take you until year 2, or sooner? I'm gonna put that one on hold. Okay. I hate dismantling shaders, especially when you have 500. But they do say or sooner. They have a lot on their plate. They're working on expansion, live events, all of these amazing changes. And honestly, I would rather something like Eververse or Crucible tuning primarily focused on over dismantling shaders. As easy as that seems like it should be, I don't know. I'm not a game programmer. So that's good. The future of guided games, cool. And yeah, because it's still in beta. And addresses solo versus fire team matching. That's whatever. One final note. Expect to hear more from us via Bungie.net, Twitch, and social media. We'll be talking to you more directly and more often as promised. We want to thank our community for all the passionate and detailed feedback you provide. It is critical to our ability to continually improve Destiny. So thank you. Talk to you soon. Christopher Barrett, link to his Twitter page. Good stuff. Overall, oh, didn't mean to do that for you guys. Make a community clan for your subs to join. I'm in a clan, and I don't think you can make another clan. I could do a Discord server if that's something you guys are interested in. Can we have the kiosk back, please, for ships and and shaders? That's what you said. They did say they were adding them, cheeky, eventually. So here we go. Yeah, they did there at the end, Zesia, and Rumble was also there at the end. No strike-specific loot. They actually did mention something very similar to that. We intend to return to creating more raid and other activity-unique rewards in the future. So it's on their list. So just to recap for you guys, January 30th update. One thing that's really interesting is Eververse. Oh, I guess Eververse is more with the Crimson Days event. So January 30th update. So next week we have faction rallies for everyone, regardless if you own Curse of Osiris. That's good. Reward week, you know. Faction rally, like, yay, we won, whatever. Iron Banner, that's when this launches. With Iron Banner, we get Masterwork Armor and raid stuff. That's awesome. Fantastic. I cannot wait to raid so freaking much that week. Very excited for that. February update with Crimson Days. We get all this Eververse stuff. Remember, Crimson engrams will be so much better. You can earn more, and they're weighted towards rewards. Good. If you want to support the game, you want to purchase stuff, you're a casual player, do it. If you want to pay for my next expansion, do it. But, live event, not expansion, by the way, live event. But if you're a player who plays a lot of the game and wants to be rewarded, that's the key word there. There's your carrot on the end of the stick, if you will. If you want to be rewarded for playing, you play a lot, you get a lot of rewards. Awesome. Fantastic. So February update, the mod stuff, pretty awesome. Repetition reduction, that's not too huge. Strike scoring, I'll be really interested. One thing, strike scoring is only coming to the Nightfall. That seems odd to me. That seems really odd to me. I don't know why they wouldn't be putting it in Heroic Strikes as well. I hope we get more in-depth info on that later. Fire team members on Destination Map, that's a good one. Spring 2018, this is going to be Season 3. We get the new Crucible ranks, which I'm super excited for. We get private matches, super excited for. 6v6, super excited for. Mayhem, yeah, same thing. I've already said it 3 times. All this kind of awesome stuff. Reputation, I'm actually really excited for that. As a player who plays too much, I really like to know how much reputation I put into certain vendors, so I like that a lot. Jade Rabbit's gonna be useful, hopefully. Yeah, right. I'll believe that when I see it. Vault Space, that's pretty cool. Stuff for year 2 or before year 2. I imagine a lot of this we will see Season 4 as well, so we'll see on that. And yeah, so let's see what you guys like all this. Someone's getting beat up. I don't know what that word is supposed to be, but YouTube doesn't like it. Constructive comments, guys. Come on. Yes, Blake L. I like you. Yes, finally a way to earn the engrams the right way, my man. You know it. You know it. Savage, hey, what's up, all? Well, you missed 30 minutes of some of the best update news we've ever gotten. Dawning engrams, ahem. Yes, no, you're right, you're right. I think that's in the past. I don't see them fixing that, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It's a learning experience. I'm sure sometime between now and next year, or next year's dawning, we'll have something to alleviate it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not too bothered. As long as it's a learning experience, I'm fine with not getting all those items. Like, I would have loved them, but I get it. I get it. Yo, are they going to fix the bug in the gunsmith with the shaders? They've already said they're working on that, Sonbat, if that's what you're talking about. Overall looks good. Oh, this is cheeky, by the way. Overall looks good, and it looks like they put some stuff in order to keep people playing other than just for the weekly rewards, which is awesome. Absolutely, especially with unique rewards to the raids, the Masterwork Armor, stuff like this that they're going to be doing, the Ranked Crucible, the new playlists, reinvesting time into Dawning Engrams and being able to earn all the stuff from previous seasons. I absolutely agree, Cheeky. I play enough of this game. I probably didn't need these updates, but I want them, so I'm excited for that. Gunsmith bug in the farm, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I am not aware of what this is. I'm looking forward to Iron Banner's new gear, the hand cannon / scout in particular. I am too. I'm really excited to get all the ornaments and show them off for you guys because they look gorgeous. I'm super excited. I use them in, I think I've used every set in the thumbnail now because I really like them, so I'm excited for that. Is Mayhem going to be permanent ultimate player? Here, I will go to that. Mayhem event. Mayhem will return as a limited time event during Season 3 and going forward. So it's like Iron Banner. Iron Banner's here. It goes away. We get limited time rewards while it's here. Then it disappears. I imagine Mayhem will be very similar to that. So there you go. At Scaro9 from Savage, what is your favorite bit of news from these updates? Fantastic question. In terms of being a content creator, in terms of loving this game and wanting to see it improve and wanting to see Bungie grow and learn as a studio, this bit right here. The fact that most of the content is going to be free for everyone. You know? It makes sense. That's what type of game Destiny should be. At least a lot of, you know, if you think about it, it might not seem like most of the content, but seasonal content, so just stuff like that, private matches, all these new fixes, they shouldn't only be available to people who buy the latest version of the game. So I'm a big proponent of seasons being the most focused content, expansions bringing hella awesome content, raid layers, strikes, crucible, stuff like that, new destination rewards. They're all on screen. I don't know why I'm thinking them with my head. And of course, Eververse being last. Someone subscribed. Sorry, I don't have that on here. Actually, I might be able to. Whatever. Eververse being toned down is essentially what I'm getting at. A refocus of which content is most important to Bungie to develop, to put time into, to really emphasize what they want us to do in the game, and making Eververse take a backseat like it should have been originally. I get that. I get the frustrations. I totally do. I will never argue against that. But what they're doing right here is what I think they should have done all along, what I've been suggesting they do all along. Eververse, if you completely remove it from the game, it does not fix everything. You need the end game rewards to go back to the end game, and Eververse to support Bungie as a business, to support Activision, to give them creative freedom, to let them do things like live events that are not paid, that are free. If people want to support them, there should be the option there, but that should not hinder the playing experiences of everyone, which they are fixing in a nearly flawless way here. So fantastic. I can't wait to play Crimson Days to see how this actually works and turns out, and how it functions, and if the drop rates are good, and if it is actually plausible as a player who plays a decent amount of Destiny, let's just say like 3 hours a day during this event, an event like that, if it is possible to get all the rewards, because I should be rewarded for my time invested, but everything should not be handed to every player. So that was a stupidly long way of saying I'm really excited for the Eververse rework. That's pretty much it. Kind of random, but did Legion of Zerg go through with the YouTube channel? I don't think so. Lucid left a while ago, so it kind of died with that. Like faction rallies start and end. I died already. I don't know what that means. Scarab, please answer my question. Are they going to put specific mods on normal armor like D1? I'm not really sure what you are referring to. They're redoing the mod system. Okay, so I think this is what you're asking. Activity specific stuff. They said they're adding raid right here actually. Raid perks to the raid armor. Fantastic. Good. Great. That's what I want. They said that they are redoing the mod system to make regular non-raid, non-activity specific armor. They're gonna make it more unique, more impactful, to an extent where they're afraid that it's pay to win if they keep it in Eververse. So yes, essentially, armor's gonna be more meaningful like it was in Destiny 1. I think that's what you're asking. I'm sorry if it's not. You can clarify down below in the comments. Yeah. Yay, more content to get more ass beatings. I don't know if that's sarcastic. I don't know how to respond to that. I'm just gonna add moderator. Almost got you now, man. Like you said, plans are subject to change. The game will get there eventually. Exactly, Edwin. And that's my main thing. I agree that there's a lot of things in Destiny that need to be fixed, that need to be altered, that need to be added. But the most important thing is development resources and time put into the game. So this is a fantastic start. And I really like that quote, we're not listening, we're doing. So fantastic on Christopher Barrett. I'm really excited for January 30th, where we get our first batch of this new stuff. Then I'm really excited for the February update, where we get a lot of the amazing stuff, Masterwork Armor and the mod reworks and all that. Actually, Masterwork Armor is with Iron Banner. And I'm really excited for Season 3 with the overhaul to Crucible. And I would just like to point out, look, this guy right here. Oh, you can't see because of my face. Kind of. You can kind of see because of my face. This guy is a different rank. He's gold. That worked. He's gold, where all the rest are kind of like white. So it's showing your emblem has a ranking system. That's really cool. I play 10 a day. I have an issue. Hey man, if you have the time, do it. You know, you might want to work out a little bit. And Jansen Law, and now you can purchase raid armor, which to me is great. Yes. They have to be careful with that, though. They have to make it so doing a raid still needs to feel rewarding. If I can go into the 3rd raid layer before it launches, I have 800 Callus tokens saved up. I can just buy the entire armor set outright. There's something wrong with that. There needs to be a grinding aspect to it. If I'm doing prestige mode every week over and over and over and over, and I can't get the helmet, I should not be able to purchase that. I think to a point, I agree you need to be able to buy most of the armor, but to a point, there needs to be a grind to it. I don't want to sound... I'm trying not to come off as too elitist. I do believe that a lot of the stuff you need to work for. Hopefully, it's just the armor. Maybe for weapons, you actually have to do the raid. I assume if you have enough tokens to buy the armor, you've probably done the raid a couple of times. But there needs to be like a peak. Or it's like two lines, like a double line graph. There's like time invested and times you've done the raid and how rewarding it is. And I feel like if you've never put time into the raid, you should not get the maximum reward. I hope I worded that all right. There's like an X thing. The rally around the faction with a pocket full of shells. Is that a Rage Against the Machine? Bullseye Parade? I guarantee that was a Bullseye Parade reference. What is a faction rally? Asks James Tilley. Yeah, Cheeky put it best, a battle of the factions. Essentially, you grind things in game, you represent your faction, you get loot, and someone wins, but no one really cares who wins unless they have a really sweet weapon, which they really haven't yet. So it's just an excuse to get awesome new unique loot that in the lore. Ultimate Player, Nightfall won't have a timer? No, it's got the scoring mechanic now. I haven't done the raid yet, says Hayden or Heeden. I definitely recommend it. Especially Eater of Worlds is probably my favorite raid encounter of all time. It's very replayable. The mechanics are on point. The aesthetics are on point. The arena is on point. My favorite boss arena to date. Big fan of it. Definitely try to go LFG a team or something to do it. It's really fun. Blake L, it's exciting to see how all the community hate is now going to be inaccurate. Yeah, I'm excited for that as well. After we're done with this live stream, I'm going to make a video wrapping up for everyone who couldn't catch the live stream, and I'm excited to see the comments on that. Hopefully it's all positive, but we'll see. A bunch of people answer James. B4 Big Veto, they should have it where if you buy from the vendor, the raid armor he's referring to, it will not have the raid specific mods applied to it. And if you want the raid mods, you need to run the raids. Yeah, that's actually really good. If you can get the aesthetic, but you don't get the additional bonus unless you actually put the time in. That's fantastic. I like that a lot. That's a good idea. Jansen Law, I mean, people would have to grind hard for the tokens and shards, so maybe, well, you don't really have to grind for the shards now. I get what you're saying, though. So maybe Bungie should make the raid armor a little bit more expensive than the other vendors' armor sets, so there's more of a grind. Yeah, that would work, too. I think the, before his solution with the mods, that's the way to go. That's excellent, man. Is it enough to keep us till fall? Well, Brett, you still have to remember, we have Crimson Days coming in February. We have DLC 2 coming out with the Season 3, with a whole refresh of stuff. New ornament sets for every single faction and everything. You have the faction exclusive stuff coming with Season 3. You have private matches. You have new stuff. If they are pushing, they made it kind of sound like they might be pushing back Expansion 2. I guarantee that there will be another live event between Crimson Days and the new expansion. I would expect the expansion to come out in maybe May. So we'll have Crimson Days in February. I fully expect something else with Season 3. If not the expansion. Past that, there will most certainly be some type of live event between, because you got to think May and September, that's 4 months. There will be something in there. Yes, for me, this will be enough for fall. Content-wise, being able to make videos for you guys, personal enjoyment of the game, because you have to, the changing of the seasons is huge. So, yeah, I think so. Let's see, man. Any PC players in here? No, no one plays PC. Counts. Savage asks, overall, Savage Sadist, overall, what would you rate Destiny 2 as a game, and what would you rate Destiny 1? I'm curious how you feel about Destiny 2 in relation to D1. See, people ask that. I love D1. D1 was a 8 out of 10. D1 is my favorite game of all time. Destiny 2 will surpass that. It's already started to surpass that. But then people, you have to keep in mind, Destiny was kind of garbage until Taken King. Sorry, someone else subscribed. I don't have the thing up. Until Taken King, until even a little bit after the Taken King. Especially, like, Destiny 1 did not hit its full potential until Age of Triumph launched. And that's, like, the sad reality, but that's how it is. So, I love Destiny. I had a lot of pitfalls. I think overall, Destiny 1 had better encounters, but if you think about it, it was 3 years. It was 3 full years. We've had Destiny 2 for 3 months now. No, that's a freaking lie. 4 months now. And you got to give it time. I think from a base, if you take it at face value, base mechanic level, Destiny 2 kicks Destiny 1's ass. It's more balanced. It looks like, if you go back to my 5 things you missed about Destiny video, Same 14's helmet in Destiny 1 was so cartoony. It looks laughable. In Destiny 2, it looks like a real helmet. Graphics are better. Gameplay mechanics are better. A core understanding is a little bit off with Eververse and stuff. With these fixes, Destiny 2 will 100% be a better game. Destiny 1 will always have the nostalgia factor, and until we get to the Destiny 2 Age of Triumph, it will more than likely always have more content. But that's the way, whenever you reset a franchise, that's how stuff works. You know, in Call of Duty every year, for instance, when Sledgehammer Games, Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, or Infinite Warfare, whatever the hell it was, launched, people were like, Black Ops 3 was better. Now, obviously, Black Ops 3 did have better core gameplay mechanics, so that helps a little bit. But in general, you just spend a year of your life paying for these DLCs, and the game's now twice as big because of these DLCs. Destiny 1 is 8 times the size of Destiny 2 right now, but that's because it's quite literally like 10 times as long in terms of time. So, Destiny 1, like, if we have to stop right now, I enjoy, actually, Destiny 2 better. Destiny 1 has more enjoyable moments, but, I mean, it's got, I'm a raider. Destiny 1 has 4 raids, Destiny 2 has 2. So, yeah, there's that. So, we'll see, we'll see. Also, not sure, but do you think the Ghost and maybe a Sparrow will be purchasable from the raid vendor? And what about Prestige Armor? Will that be preferred for purchase? What do you think? Asks Chance on the Law. I do not think it. I think it will be armor explicitly, especially because they made a point to point out that Ghosts will only drop from the bosses. Excuse me. And then, what was your other question? A Prestige Armor, I really don't think so. I think people will have to work for Prestige Armor. Beyond Birthday, thank you for subscribing. My man, or my female, probably a man looking at my demographics, but I don't want to assume, so welcome to the channel. Savage, I can agree, Destiny 1 was a mediocre game at best until TTK, and after it, when it got good, absolutely. I hope Destiny 2 can get exponentially better as it goes like D1 did. Well, if you think about it, Destiny 1, you know, as talking through that, I kind of had a revelation. Destiny 1 has 4 raids. Destiny 2, that's throughout the entirety of the game, right? Destiny 2 has been out for 4 months, and it already has half that number. So I actually kind of lied. Before year 3, we will have 3 raids. Like, that's kind of insane. Destiny 2 kicks Destiny 1's ass. That's what I'm saying, man. Can't wait until Destiny will be playable on VR. That's actually the greatest thing I've ever heard Zesia say. He kind of, he likes to joke around a lot. That's a really good one. S7, Destiny 2 is best on PS4 because of your exclusives. Oh, your Borealis sniper rifle? Oh, jeez. Can't handle that. Oh, you mean you guys had the Zen Meteor and the Jade Rabbit a whole 2 years longer than us on Xbox? The only good PlayStation exclusive there's ever been, Hawkmoon. Fact. You guys saw, Monte Carlo was alright, but it's kind of a waste, in my opinion. And you guys had Fourth Horseman. You're more effective throwing poker chips at people. Come on. We need to do Prestige again to get armor with the perks. I really hope not. It made it sound like... Okay, wait. Let's go to this. That's an excellent question. That's an excellent question. They will now feature mods with raid-specific perks. I don't know about that one. That's an excellent question. Maybe when they update it, they'll make all existing armor already have mods. I don't want to grind out a Leviathan again. We'll see, man. Do Leviathan raid get token to get Eater of Worlds armor? Hope not. With the way they have it set up, I wouldn't be surprised, Kelvin. I would have been okay with the lack of content in Destiny 2 if it was all new content. I mean, it is all new content. You have like 3 returning exotics and that's it. Like that's not a good argument in my opinion either, man. I very quickly I thought it was really funny how when Destiny 2 came out, people were like, it's like Destiny 1.5. It's too similar to Destiny 1. And then like overnight, it was Destiny 2 is nothing like Destiny 1. Destiny 1 is so much better. Like people can't make up their minds. I disagree with that. Like 100% of Destiny 2 is new content. I know it uses the same NPCs for lore consistency. There's I'm going to ballpark a number. It's probably going to be wrong. 5 returning exotics, maybe 6 if you count the Crimson. That's, like I said, ballparked. I could be 1 or 2 off. I mean, like, do you want them to go from an MMORPG to a first-person shooter only? Like, I don't know. I was really hoping for a Destiny Battle Royale game, not going to lie. That would be awesome. WTF, I got an ad. Well, that's YouTube. I don't know. Thanks for your 0.0001 cent of support, I guess. I don't know, man. Jansen Law, therefore it makes up the grind for raids. Also, what do you think about armor perks for raids? And do you think raid layers are better, equal, and worse than Destiny 1's raid? I enjoy the Eater of Worlds raid layer more than I have enjoyed any raid in the history of Destiny. It is short, yes. Would I like more... maybe 1 or 2 more activities in that raid? Yes, but from start to finish, the Eater of Worlds is my favorite raid. I am pretty set on that. I have done the Eater of Worlds way more times than I have been rewarded for, doing it duplicates on the same character. Yeah, absolutely. The raid layer is a genius idea. I expect the next raid layer, because they have like 2 extra months to work on it, to be a normal sized raid, essentially. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if you get consistent raid content, they can keep reusing the same place. As long as the encounters are meaningful, as long as the aesthetics are pretty cool, they don't always have to be different. And as long as I feel rewarded, I will love the raid system. Also, should Destiny 2 have completely different raid location or keep adding new raid layers towards the Leviathan? So, Jensen, I think one more Leviathan one would be cool. I think it would be awesome if the DLC 2 raid layer was like completely... in Calus's mind realm, when you get like sucked in, you're in Skull Realm. I think that would be awesome if we had a whole raid in that. Mostly because I can't think of anywhere else it would be. We already have like the top city, Royal Leviathan. We already have like inside of it. Where else are we gonna go? So I like the idea of reusing the location. My favorite thing about reusing the location for raids is you can tell a story. The raid layer takes place before the main raid, so we get introduced to Calus. He's like, oh, thank you for destroying Gaul, go do this. We destroy Argos, and then it leads up to the actual raid, where he's like, you are pretty interesting, come show me your light. And so we go up to him, we show him our light. Actually, we think we're killing him as Guardians, but we're actually not. And I'm imagining that the next raid layer is going to be after the Leviathan, going to be the Fallout. We've already proved ourselves to him. What happens next? But it's like an additional storyline, We get the Curse of Osiris story, and we get to do this awesome, majestic, royal storyline with Calus and how we meet the literal Emperor of the Cabal. And what happens there, Who's interacted with the darkness. Like, that's a really cool story to me. 2 out of 3 classes were the same for each character. I don't think that's enough for a brand new game. Well, how do you explain that away in the lore? Already losing 3 subclasses and getting 3 new ones is a stretch in the lore. There's no way that you could just add like a billion. Like, that's not possible. I like what they did. I don't agree with that at all. I think a prestige type of option for Crucible would be cool. For Crucible gives cosmetic stuff every time you reach max. Yeah, no, they said they're doing that, man. Right here, right? Glory rank. Yeah, ish. Or trials, you know, a combination. I get what you're saying. Yeah. Destiny Battle Royale, swords and shotguns, only kinetic subclass. No. You load in, you fall. You can get any of the exotic, you know, it's the same tier system, white, green, blue, purple, exotic. Any of them can drop from, you know, purples and exotics can only drop from chests, and you go from there. I think that'd be awesome. I want a zombie golf fight. Well, that will never happen because he literally turned into light and then... So, that won't happen. Where would you like to see Masterwork weapon and armor go from here? Brett Randall. Exotic Masterworks are fantastic, in my opinion. That's a really good move. Yeah, I mean, that's that. I to a point, what can you do with it? If all armor in the game and all weapons in the game and the exotic versions can all be Masterworks, is there really anything else you can do? I think that's pretty solid there. It also depends on what you do with the mod system. Are the new mods more meaningful? Do they add more gameplay mechanics? What happens with those will impact where I think the Masterworks system should go. But with the updated mods, the updated Masterworks, you know, conjoining, working really well together, I think it's in a perfect spot, in my opinion. Savage, how would you feel about a Destiny expansion that would allow you to side with the evil races? I'm aware this would never happen. Could never. Yeah, they're not really a fan. Maybe if we had to like side with Callus temporarily. I mean we kind of do. That's what Eater of Worlds is. It's us technically kind of siding with Callus to get rid of Argos. So I know that's not the extent you're looking for, but I like the idea of being kind of challenged in a way. Like, we have 4 major bad guys. 5 if you count the Taken, 6 if you count Siva. You know, we have 4 real enemy races. At some point in time, we're going to kind of have to work together. For instance, in the Inverted Spire, for all intents and purposes, we're kind of working with the Cabal to get rid of, whatever that guy's name is. The giant hobgoblin. Wow. I can't believe I forgot his name. Whatever his name is. You know, so, but we still kill Cabal, so, you know, it's hard to work in there. AI mechanics and stuff. So it'd be interesting, but I swear to goodness, this right here, I hate that theory. If we ever get a darkness subclass, I will I gotta find something good. I'll donate like $100 to charity or something. Like, there's no way. Someone clip that. I'll do that. Charity of Dr. Bannable Lecter's choice. If they ever add a darkness or hive theme subclass, I will donate $100 to a charity of your choice. Absolutely. Now that makes me sound like a dick, because I don't think it'll happen. The day we get confirmation that it won't happen, I will also do that, just to be a good person. But it won't happen. It doesn't work like that. Total Winds didn't absorb some of the dark. Like, we are literally only alive because of the light. You can't just be partially dark. You have, what's his head? Weapons of Sorrow dude with a thorn that I feel like an absolute idiot for getting his name. Dredgen Yor, you know, he didn't embrace the darkness. He just got rid of, he was like, Ghost, go away. So he was still using the light. Like, Guardians don't have the power just to use the dark. It's not how that works. Or at least canonically, right now in the lore, that is not how it works. Darkness subclasses would not work. That's my spill on that, man. Scarrow, can you put the link for this update? Absolutely, man. There you go. Destiny 3, you have to end the Guardians and destroy the light plot twist. No, man. Too predictable. Job Alexander, could watch you all day, you'd be killing. Thanks, man. Do you think a fun obstacle-based PvP mode would be implemented, kind of like how it is in the Leviathan raid, but in a competition type mode as skills challenge? Sort of on that. I think it'd be really interesting. So in the lore, Shaxx Red Jacks go and they clear out certain locations after they've been cleared out in their Crucible maps. So I think it'd be really cool if we went back to previous versions of raids. You know, we go back to Crota Zen, Vault of Glass, and we clear out these areas because, you know, Crota's not using Crota Zen anymore. Vault of Glass is empty for all, you know, for what we know. All these places, and I think it'd be cool to have like a relic Crucible mode in those areas. So let's just say Argos. It's an Argos fight, a Crucible mode, and the only way to kill members kill teams. So maybe a triple team death mode, and the only way to kill people is by picking up the skulls and lasering people with them. Or in Crota's End, you know, maybe like a punching only game mode, and it's a free-for-all, and one person has a sword who he can kill people with, and everyone else has to punch him. I think that would be awesome. Something fun like that. So I know that's not exactly your question, but if I was a designer, that's the way I would that's my creative way to implementing that. How long are the servers down for? No, I don't think they're down right now. This will start on January 30th, I believe, is the first sort of stuff. Callus doesn't seem evil, Benjamin, because he's more of like the survival type. He's not exactly evil, but he's not exactly good. I mean, yeah, what makes a good villain is that they think they are truly doing the right thing. So Callus sees himself as a good guy. His intentions aren't super evil. So it kind of, you know, adds that ambiguity, which allows us to work with him doing things like clearing out Argos, the planetary core of Nessus, and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. B4, for PV, what did you just do, YouTube? I was reading that. For a PvP mode, I would love to see a tank mode where only vehicle kills count for points, or destroying vehicles with weapons could count as well, and all vehicles are available with new ones too. That would be hard to implement. Maybe just bring back combined arms. That would be pretty cool. Sean Astle, I don't like you anymore. Starting to look and feel like Destiny 1. What? It's people's arguments. He put a smiley face. That's fine. I'm glad he didn't complain about it. I'm glad you didn't complain about it. That would have made me mad. It's gonna be like Destiny 1 because it's quite literally Destiny 2. So that makes sense. Zesio, well, are the Vex evil? I mean, yes, they did research to see if they can dominate the Traveler and every other life form, but we don't know if they'll act on it. Yes, the Vex will do whatever they need to do to survive. That's what the Vault of Glass was. They quite literally started worshipping a pure entity of darkness, the Black Heart, in Vanilla Destiny 1. They are evil. Once again, they don't see their intentions as evil, but neither did Oryx, and Oryx went across literally massacring species. Entire planets, entire races. Yeah, they're evil. They're bad guys. Part of them worship the darkness. They will do whatever they can to survive, but preemptively. Like, we will kill Fallen to survive, but we're not going to go, like, teabag Fallen moms if that means that we can survive, you know? That was a bad metaphor, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, they're evil. For the purposes of storytelling, the Vex are evil. Jansen Law, even with this new update for future developments, does this make up for how Destiny 2 has been lately, and do you think Bungie will make the same mistakes again? No, Bungie will not make the same mistakes again. Say what you will about Bungie, there's a lot of stuff they shouldn't have done. I have yet to see a solid example of them making the same mistake twice. They learned. It's a very smart group of individuals. And even with this update, just to make up for how Destiny 2 has been, yeah, absolutely. I think it worked for Destiny 1, right? I'm much of a don't dwell on the past kind of guy. Learn from your past, but focus on the future. And that's what we're doing here. So yeah, it totally makes up for it, especially if it is implemented correctly. Brett Randall, do you think we should be able to have better builds? More harmonization with subclass, exotics, armor, and weapons? I think subclasses... I like the new subclass thing. I know I'm going to get hate for that. I like the pathways. I think there needs to be more pathways. I think they maybe some interchangeable. But the way I look at it, in Destiny 1, every armor... Yeah, every subclass had 50 different nodes. But there were like 2 builds, right? The way the perks were together, the god builds, if you would, there were 2 builds, maybe 3 for every subclass that people used. One thing I want a lot more armor that works with your subclass. Gemini Jesters, fantastic. They work with your subclass. Celestial Nighthawk, fantastic. They work with your subclass. Orpheus Rig, work with your subclass. There's a lot of stuff. I feel like there shouldn't be any helmets or any exotics kind of like the Stag that don't really do anything. I feel like that needs to be more synergetic. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I do want more stuff, but for every good exotic, there also needs to be a meh exotic. I feel like that's just how stuff works out. For every courtesan, there needs to be a King's Fall. Take that how you will. But yeah, donate $1 million. Mike, okay, wait. Here we go. Mike Beldam Tom McNish. If I was able to donate $1 million, I would absolutely do it. I'm a college student who is getting married, graduating, going to grad school, and buying a house potentially in the next 8 months. So that's not gonna happen. And I don't have $1 million. If I had $1 million, do you think I'd have trouble with my streams? Do you think I'd be? I don't know. I'm trying to figure good stuff out. Do you think I would have this laying around? That's so cringy. I want everyone new to know we've gone. I got this to make fun of it. I do not fidget spin. Okay, that was a bad thing to grab. I apologize. And yeah, I'm going to just put that back where it was. Senile Gamer, LOL, they can make any subclass they want, irregardless of story. Irregardless is not a word. After all, we're no longer Iron Lords. Definitely Iron Lords. I know he doesn't call us Iron Lords, and I get that, but also that part of Destiny 2 was already in, like, small little things like that I don't care about. But that's a small kind of thing that was added because Rise of Iron was never supposed to be a thing, and Destiny 2 kind of like got shifted back, and I get that. Kelvin, I may have missed this because I came on early, I'm guessing, or late, that's what you mean. Scale 1 to 10, how happy are you about this update? What are you unhappy about? I'm happy with, I'd say this is a solid 9. There's a couple things they could have done. Mostly, I want explanations of rates. I want explanations of why certain things were done. Overall, it's a very solid update, and there's nothing I'm unhappy about. Everything's pretty good. Yeah, everything's pretty good. There's nothing I'm particularly not fond of, to be honest. Jose Quintero, no strike-specific loot, and there's no random perks on armor and weapons, so there's nothing to grind for a casual player. Well, that's a bad way of putting it, because if you're a casual player, you're not going to be grinding. That would technically put you in the hardcore. And they did say right here, we intend to return to creating more raid and other activity unique rewards in the future, meaning with probably the next DLC, we will be getting some form of strike-specific loot. Brett Randall, we got our new subclass from a broken shard, so why couldn't that have been the case for the other two? Because you have to, like... Okay, Brett, do me a favor. I get what you're saying. I get it. Do me a favor and list 6 more... Yeah, 6 more unique subclass ideas. There are 3 types of subclasses. Maybe 4. You have, without being broken, you have a roaming super, which are pretty much all the same. Dawnblade and hammers, regardless of what you think, are essentially the same thing. I mean, one floats a little bit more, one's a little bit faster, one tracks, one does more damage to bosses. They're essentially the same thing. I mean, even Arc Trader and Blade Dancer, that was everyone's main thing. It's a roaming super, but it's essentially the same thing. You're still flipping around with knives, right? Golden Gun is even, it's a little bit, it's a roaming super, it's a little bit further away. You have shutdown supers. Tether and Nova Bomb, for all intents and purposes, are essentially the same thing, right? And Sentinel and Arc Strider, for all intents and purposes, if you look at it, they have different abilities. You know, Sentinel can block and stuff, but they're up close roaming supers. You have far away, you have mid tier, you have up close, you have support classes that aren't really a thing anymore. Why didn't they do it? Because there's no unique way to do it, essentially. It still fits in the lore. Why are you gonna, if you have subclasses that already work, you know, K6 is a gunslinger, why are you gonna write that off, kind of thing? Like, that's their identity. Zavala is notoriously a famous striker. Same thing with Ikora. I think Ikora is a Nova Bomb. I believe that's right. It's like, or a Voidwalker, excuse me. You have these identities with players in the lore. Why would you take that away? And then on the other side, it's like impossible from a gameplay mechanic, in my opinion. So that's what I think. Also, Osiris DLC kind of watered down his legend to the point I'm more interested in Saint 14 or Anna Bray. Go watch 5 things you did not know about Destiny. Saint 14, this is an introduction, not a farewell to Saint 14. That's a very important point that a lot of people missed. Go watch that video. Most villains are just misunderstood. Okay, cheeky. Anyone know when the update drops? Ultimate Player. So the first one, January 30th. I'm gonna after we're done with this live stream, which should be kind of soon. I'm gonna put out a video like boom, boom, boom. Points. Not really any opinion. I'll drop a couple of opinions, but more to the point. So if you missed anything, you'll find it there. January 30th is the Masterwork Armor raid stuff. February is strike scoring mods, all that stuff, and then in spring is a lot of the Crucible tuning. So there's 3 separate things. You can I dropped the link in there. You can go read for yourself too. Scarrow. What do you think the best kind of villain is, Scarrow? My favorite villain is a villain who makes such a good point that they almost seem like a hero. My favorite hero, yeah, is like a handsome Jack. Obviously psychotic, sociopathic. They really see themselves as a good guy. There could almost be an argument for it, but they're in the end they're just a bad guy. I think self-delusioned is a really good one. I think Console was a really good example of that. Sort of like Gaul when we killed him. Yeah, it's my favorite kind. I like that. Like if Cade 6 was a bad guy, that'd be my favorite type of bad guy. Sick Hunt, when is the next DLC due? I can't remember. Or DLC due. Yeah, I said that right. I can't remember when House of Wolves dropped. House of Wolves, I believe, was in early May, late April. And I'm guessing the next DLC will be right around in there. It would still be cool to find out more about Saint 14. Like I said, go watch the video. Introduction, not a farewell. Scarrow, are they going to finally bring new exotic from upcoming updates, or are they going to bring everything back? I want to make a video about this. I think there's like 5 exotics left that I would be fine with them bringing back. But I think for the most part, they're trying to weave a lot of the exotics in Destiny 1 behind. Invective, Icebreaker, Gallahorn will never return. Truth, maybe, but probably not, since the only tracking rocket launchers in Destiny 2 are Hawk A. Although we don't have any Crux and Lomar weapons, so maybe not. I think the Thorn might come back with the new DLC. It would be insane to balance. They would have to do it the right way. But in the scrapped vanilla Destiny 1 storyline, the Thorn came from Charlemagne's vault, which is on Mars. So it'd be cool if they could repurpose that storyline. We'll see. I want the last word to come back as well. I might do like a stream talking about this or a video. We'll see. Zavala bubbles you in the first mission. Oh, just because you are a the very first scene. I was at the Destiny reveal event, guys. I know what Zavala is. The very first scene we saw of Destiny 2 was Zavala strikering during Twilight Gap or Six Fronts. One of the two. They can switch at will. Obviously, we can switch at will. They can too. But they are primarily these things. My comment was towards Crucible. Destiny 2 is making great improvements with the game rank system via emblems. I love the emblems that give a score count rank. 4v4 is simple, and that is all. And you know, Rumble is back in the game code. Elimination is back in the game code. 6v6 is now going to be added in Season 3. Private matches. Yeah, the ranking, like you mentioned. So I think Crucible is taking a huge step upwards, which is good. It needs to find its place, and I hope it's good. I doubt any of the exotic swords will come back either. I think they will. I have a theory about this. Exotic swords are the only exotic weapon types we don't have yet, and I think they will. I'm hoping with this kind of vendor ranking up system that one of the unique rewards will be Raised Lighter from Lord Shaxx. I think that would be really cool. We'll see. Will we get a rocket launcher with 2 shots? This man has all the questions. Mr. Vegan, I hope so. I want Hawkmoon to return, says Benjamin Mullins. Too many hand cannons in Destiny 2. I think Thorn and Last Word would pretty much congest everything. I don't think you'll see a Hawkmoon. I could be wrong. I don't think so. But we can see. We can see. Especially if Ace of Spades was to come back too. Like, there's only a couple of exotics that could come back, and I think that we need to leave the kind of mediocre and the super overpowered behind. And if they don't have any lore significance, you know, then they leave behind. That's the only reason I want Thorn and Last Word to come back, is because they have extreme levels of lore significance. More delayed tactics with this update. Didn't address shaders. They totally address shaders. PvP game mode selection. That's probably because they don't plan on doing that. And the most decent updates won't happen until fall. Are you reading the same stuff I am? If you were going into something inherently pessimistic, you're not going to like what it is. All of these things are fantastic changes to the game that balance the game economy and making it all around more fair, fun game to play. I completely disagree with everything you just said there. Half of it was wrong. They addressed shaders. It was like the very last thing that they said. I don't know how you missed that. I don't agree with any of that. They are prioritizing the things that will fix the game the fastest, and they are putting off the things that are just kind of like minor quality of life changes, which is what you should do. If you're working in an ER and you have a person dying of a heart attack or aneurysm, and you have someone who like stubbed their finger, who are you going to see first, right? Prioritization of the most important things that affect the most people is what you need to do. I completely disagree with everything you said there. Do you think heavy machine guns should return? I think it'd be really cool if only the Thunderlord returned. It had the perk to make it Abaddon, Nova Mortis, or Thunderlord, and that was the only machine gun. That would make it feel truly exotic. That would be awesome. Are there still going to be Leviathan Raid duplicates, or are they fixing that? I imagine there will still be duplicates, especially since you can buy things off of people, but every single encounter will reward something now. So every time you do the Leviathan, you get 4 things. Every time you do Eater Rewards, 3 things? Maybe 2? I'm not really sure if that first part counts as an encounter. I imagine it does, but who the hell knows? So yeah, I'm sure there'll still be duplicates, but it'll be easier to get stuff because you get more rewards per time doing it, and you can directly buy them. So there's that. Wait, Last Word is returning? No. It's not. That's a theory that I want to make a video on. Matchmaking for Nightfall, could that be a thing? Some people don't have friends and some people aren't good enough. I think the some people aren't good enough is the fear with the Nightfall matchmaking, to be honest. One thing I miss in Destiny 2, the feeling of getting properly rewarded for something. Well, this completely addressed that, so there you go. That one gamer, welcome, man. You kind of came at the tail end of the stream, but welcome. Scarrow, do you feel that Destiny 2 could use more rewarding items? Even with my best items in Destiny 2, I feel like I'm insanely weak and don't feel that I'm being rewarded for my efforts. Like I just said, everything here, it'll be fixed. I feel fine. I get what you're saying, not as powerful, you know, there's no Gallahorn, there's none of that stuff. Although Merciless is pretty damn close. Or a Curtain Call or whatever. More or less, I mean, with these updates, we'll see how this makes everyone feel. I think this will do a huge step. This is a huge step in the right direction. Will there be a new raid? Yes, with the next DLC, probably in late April, early May. Yeah, man. I think I'm going to call it there. It's been about an hour, 20 minutes. We had a solid update. I want to get this video out. I have school tomorrow still. Yeah, Scare, what do you think the new raid layer will be? I already talked about that. I hope it's in Callus's mind realm. That'd be really cool. This post really just renewed my faith in Destiny 2. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so everyone that we gained, I know we gained a ton of subscribers. I'm sorry for not calling you out directly with this setup. I can't exactly do that, but I appreciate all of you guys coming out and joining us tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed the discussion. Like I said, video tonight. We'll talk about this plenty next week when Jay-Z returns for the proper Last Word episode. But thank all of you guys, or I want to thank all of you guys for sharing your opinions. I hope you like the new setup. I'm very focused on this. We're running really smoothly on the computer end. I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, it's something I'm really excited to continue in the future. But yeah, where can I read the discussion? Here you go, ya boy. Right there, man. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Once again, thank everyone who subscribed. I really appreciate all of your faces. I hope to see you back in my next video, next live stream. Thinking about doing some Fortnite tomorrow in place of the regular Last Word. Me and Ratul have been killing it. I just want to say 14 wins. Duo wins in the past 2 days is pretty damn good if you ask me. So I'll probably be streaming some of that. Definitely want to stream some raids sometime, maybe this weekend, maybe early next week. definitely on the 30th when we get these updates. But tons of new stuff coming. I'm excited to keep updating my content. Yeah. Thank you guys just so much for the support recently. We already broke 10K. We already broke 11K a week after we broke 10,000 subs. Awesome feeling, guys. I really do appreciate all the support. I'm going to get all sappy here if I don't go. So I'll let you guys have a fantastic night. Whoever just subscribed, you're a little bit late. My ear looks like it's bleeding. I promise it's not. That's weird. But I love your faces. Thank every one of you for coming out and joining the discussion and all that. I can't wait for the future of Destiny, and I'll see you guys in the next one.